right, welcome back. Marlene is going to teach us how to plant a plant the correct way.
Seems pretty easy, right? So fall is a great time to plant once temperatures cool, and I think I mentioned this before, that they're still warm enough where roots will get set. All right. You want to avoid planting any frost-sensitive plants, though. Sort of once we get into November.
How do we know they're frost sensitive?
Like citrus, things that you have to cover.
Okay.
Right?
Got
Okay, so I want us to talk about things planting in the ground, right? So a lot of people think that they dig the hole, they dig a deep hole. Don't dig a deep hole. You only ever want to dig a hole as deep as the root ball. That means what's in the pot, right? The problem is if you dig deeper and then you backfill with soil, it settles and then your plant is going to be buried.
Okay, got it.
Do not take the native soil out and think you're doing your plant a favor by putting potting soil in. You're creating a new pot.
Okay.
The plant's gonna have to grow native soil, better get used to it soon.
Okay,
what you can do is take a few handfuls of compost and put it in and mix it. Do not put gravel in the bottom of the pot or the hole. You're not doing it. So wider, go wider, but not any deeper. Native soil, crumble it up, and then don't plant any
But you're right,
higher.
you know the backfill, I guess, because you know how it settles.
Yes.
But then the dirt ends up being too high.
And you never want wet soil touching, especially woody stems.
Got it.
Right? Okay, so now in a pot, we're gonna basically, it's the same thing. So of course, always make sure the pot has a drain hole. That is a must. Do not put anything in the bottom of, do not put rocks in the bottom of the pot. That
No
is
rocks?
a
You know how back in the old days, we'd put rocks with a hole, but you know what I mean?
You put it over the hole so
the
soil doesn't come out, but water. So you could do that.
Okay.
Or just, we use drywall tape at work for that. Or you can use a piece of screen, or if it's a fast growing plant, you could use just a paper towel I use on things that grow fast.
Okay.
Right?
Got it.
So put your soil in. Always work with slightly moist soil.
Yeah.
You don't want to work with super dry soil.
I kind of wet it and make it kind of muddy.
Well, you don't want
too much.
Too much.
Too much.
Too much. It can't. Too much.
Too much.
The opposite is when you're planting succulents. You want it to be dry. So, right now, take this out of the pot.
Okay.
Very good. Look at that. Look at that. See what you do. Sometimes you don't really have to be gentle with them. In fact, sometimes they don't come out of the pot very easy. And Tina, what she did expertly is turn it on its side. I use the heel of my palm.
Look at all these roots.
Now, what are we going to do with that, Tina?
I don't know. I just go like this. Well, actually, I'm going to go like this.
You are. You're going to.
You really wanted me to work, huh?
I really. Yeah, I wanted to get your nails.
Well, I was going to actually.
Yeah, work it, squeeze it.
Yeah.
Okay, something else you could do. You want to tease the roots. As if you have a lot of fibrous roots, you could just shear it.
Oh,
go into
that's
your kitchen.
okay.
Go into the kitchen. Take a steak knife, a bread knife. Yeah, you can, just gently. All right. Sometimes I even have to slice off the bottom.
Oh.
All right. But this one you don't. This one I would just use my fingers, and you just want to sort of tease. So the roots are going every which way. And I just use my hands and don't use gloves for anything, right?
All right.
Okay, so you're gonna tease it. Pretend we teased it.
Don't worry about the floor.
I am not worried about the floor at all.
Don't worry.
You know what, Tina?
And our studio audience of 2, don't worry about them. They're getting dirt everywhere.
Not worried about anything.
Okay.
Just loosen it. Okay, and then you want to center it. Always center it.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna pretend we backfill, right?
Yeah.
And you want a little bit of a lip. I have 10 seconds. So basically, woo, magic. And then water it in. All leafy plants you water in after you plant. Succulents, you wait for them to, like, a few days before you water them.
So let's pretend it's next year and everything's kind of gone down.
Yes.
Can we add more dirt?
No, you do not want to add more dirt above, right?
Got it.
This is why I use more succulent mix, because it has pumice and it doesn't have as much organic matter, so it won't break down as quick.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, if you have any more questions, you can always send her a note, Instagram or Facebook, Marlene the Plant Lady. Thank you. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Oh, nice to see you.
Okay,
we'll be right
blends
back.
right in.
Look at the roots.
Look at the roots.
Ooh.